I love it. Every time we go outside, I just find myself going, wow, this city is pretty cool. Having a good time here for sure. It looks great and doesn't smell bad. I've been doing it 11 years, minus the pandemic year, so whatever that is, 10, I guess. So I have kids, but I have them half the time, as we spoke about previously. I try real hard not to book anything out of town when I have my kids. So it does kind of slow me down a little bit as a touring comedian because I'm only available half the time. So on a week where I don't have my kids, I'm performing, 4 to 6 nights a week.
And especially when it comes to women, forget about it. I got nothing good. We're supposed to be misogynistic and oppressive and abusive. And if my girl was here now, she'd be the first to disagree with all that if I allowed her to have her own opinions, which I... That's a joke. No. No, my wives are happy people.
It's harder to navigate. I hate to say it sound this old, but sometimes you see the younger comics talking about I'm out here hustling, I'm out here grinding, and I'm like, what do you do? You don't have your job is maybe you have a job, maybe you don't. If you don't even have a dog, you should be performing twice a night, 7 days a week. I don't want to hear about your grind when I am shuffling kids and dealing with co-parenting and a job, travel. So it's a big push once you have kids. Kids do all kinds of crazy things, say weird things. What I have found over the years, though, is that even though it's funny in my house or even to other parents, maybe. Crowds don't want to hear so much about your kids. So I'll do, 5 minutes on the kids maybe. But more and more you would find oh, my kid said the funniest thing the other day. Crowds are like, great. So sometimes I use this little comedy trick where I'll take something silly one of my kids did, and instead of saying it was my kid, I'll say it was my old roommate from college or something, and then everybody's like, oh yeah, I know that guy, because I'm trying to relate to everybody. Not everybody has kids, so.
Burst through the doors, gay people everywhere, where have you been? I was like, I thought we were boycotting, and they were like, no, that was only you, this place is the list. And I was like, God damn it, what? I went to Arby's for 6 fucking years for you people.
I don't think comedy is much different than an athletic competition. No one's gonna go out and run a marathon just one day. You gotta train. And if you have a big race or show coming up, you have to be more consistent with that training. Getting in the gym as our open mics or lining up more shows, stretching into longer sets, so that, I think, so if I get up to an hour tonight, I think I was able to do an hour twice in the last 2 weeks. Other than that, I'd shoot out 20 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. And then when you're shooting a special like this, you can go, obviously the DC comedy scene is very strong and very kind. And most of the guys that book the shows, if I walk in and I go, I'm preparing for a special, they'll be like, oh, cool, do as long as you want. So then everyone lets you just work out a little bit more. Stay hydrated, get my sleep, try to eat right, other than the 4 martinis I had last night. But other than that, done pretty well. Yeah, just got to feel greased. You don't want to be up here thinking. You don't want to be up here going, what's my next bit? What's my next job? All that muscle memory has to be right in place. I'm a bit of a chaotic guy when it comes to my set list. I just want to know what all jokes are available. And then when I'm up here, I kind of feel it out, see what's working, rearrange, flip-flop. I have a good idea of where I want to start and where I want to finish. In the middle, it'll move around a little bit.
I you put your name under the sorting hat from Harry Potter, and it was likes to organize and sweeps the floor. He'd be good at the grocery store. That's not it.
So I produce a lot of shows too, and I get a lot of new producers or bookers or whatever that ask me my advice on how to set up a good room. The bare bones of it is make it light where they tell jokes, make it dark where they laugh. So many people mess that up. It's start there, okay? Start there. Let's make sure all the TVs are off. Let's make sure people are close together, as close to the stage as you can possibly get. You tell that to people, sometimes you do private shows, you tell them, make sure those tables are real close to the stage. You walk in, they're 6 feet away. And I'm like, I mean, close. I want them to be able to put their foot on the stage. That's what, because laughter is so contagious, not unlike the absolute meaning of the word contagious. And the closer you are to somebody, the more likely you are to get that bug. It's all that energy wrapped up together, just like this is here. There's no vaccine against laughter though, my brother. So that one is gonna be contagious well longer than this dumbass pandemic that is almost in the can.